Hello there, it's David. Welcome or welcome back to CrossFit Fitness, helping men and women get the best spiritual shape of their lives, one workout at a time. Quick thought in this video that I'm calling The Way of Escape. The Way of Escape. I'm recording this on a Thursday morning. I'm in a men's group virtually, about 2,000 miles between us, but thank God for Zoom, right? I love my men's group. We're doing a Bible study in 1 Corinthians right now. Hey, look, if you're a man and you're watching me, get in a men's group if you're not in one. It's an absolute lifeline. Psalm 133 says, how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell together in unity. Get you with some like-minded men that will add value to you, sharpen your axe, and encourage you and hold you accountable. So the way of escape. So we had an excellent teaching today, but one of our facilitators, we rotate that around, and we're talking about overcoming temptation. The verse in 1 Corinthians 10 was, with every temptation, God will make the way of escape. Okay, and so what an encouragement. And as comments were invited, I made the comment that I had once preached a sermon by that title. I called it the way of escape. And it was about overcoming temptation. And I used an illustration in that message to the congregation of soap bubbles. I took out, the soap bubbles that you put the little stick in there with a circle on it, and you blow into it and bubbles went everywhere. And I did that 2 or 3 times, and there were bubbles, in the air floating down visibly. And I said, these bubbles are representative of the toxic thoughts that come to us, the fiery darts that the enemy suggests into us, and the subtle whispers, lustful thoughts, fearful thoughts, anxiety thoughts. I guess we could sum those up under the category of fiery darts of the enemy. Really, there are 3 sources, I suppose, of those kinds of thoughts that could come to us. One is the devil or demonic intervention that are just, however they do that to communicate to us, they float those thoughts and whispered thoughts into our prefrontal cortex, right? Number 2 is the world in general, including other people that we work with, walk with, maybe even are related to. And then the third source is our flesh. Our flesh does us no favors when it comes to walking in the Spirit. The flesh wants what it wants when it wants to. It wants to be satiated, satisfied, eat as much, eat that second piece, forget the portion size, binge watch, the thing. Don't change the channel, on the movie when there's, nudity on it. One use VidAngel and screen that out, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, but the way of escape I proposed in my message was to pop those bubbles is you speak out loud. You just pop them by using your breath and your vocal faculties to engage your will and your brain to speak out, particularly and especially and most notably the Word of God. Okay? That pops the lust bubble. That pops these bubbles and get them out of darkness into light, out of here and through your spirit. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? And the truth sets us free. Jesus, John 8:32, you will know the truth will set you free. Thy word is truth. Full armor of God, Ephesians 6, the belt of truth. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. You see a theme here, it's truth. The truth is, those thought bubbles represent the lies, big bubbles, small lies, small little bubblets, and that bubble up within us. And we can pop those through our verbal speaking. That's what I found to be true. That was what I taught in that point in my message to the congregation. And I think it has real relevance, pertinence, and effectiveness. So just a thought there that when something comes to you, don't entertain it. Take it captive, 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5, and speak it out. Speak out the truth of the word. Say, no, I'm not that. No, I don't have the right to be tantalized or tweaked or taunted by that thought. I don't deserve that pop of oxytocin from looking at that attractive person. You got to bounce your eyes, take that thought captive, and speak it out. If you're looking at an attractive person at the opposite sex, Lord, I thank you for that person's and their spouse, and I pray that their marriage is so excellent and wonderful, and that they know Christ and honor him in their home. Things like that. It really is an effective tool to provide usher us and escort us to the way of escape. Okay? And that is, the devil does what he does in the dark. Mushrooms grow really well in the manure. And so we want to get things in the light. We want to speak up, speak out loud, and particularly speak the word of God, the word of truth. And so that's just a little pro tip for you to find the way of escape that God said, I promise you, I'm going to provide a way of escape in every temptation. Remember, God doesn't tempt us. That's the devil's job. God will test us like any day, every day of the week. He'll test us all day long, but he will not tempt us. But he will in every temptation provide the way of escape. All right? So I hope that encourages you. I hope it gives you a little tool the next time you're tempted to find the way of escape, this emergency flashing exit sign, by speaking it out loud. Help me, Holy Ghost. Lord, I overcome that lie with truth and know that's not for me. Lord, I thank you. I'm gonna react in an opposite spirit, and I'm gonna, have an attitude of gratitude and begin to speak things I'm thankful for, things like that. Those are all very powerful. The words, life and death, and the power of the tongue. Right? God told Joshua 1:8, do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth, but meditate on it day and night, that you may be able to observe and do according to all that is written in it, and then your way will be prosperous and successful. Who doesn't want a prosperous and successful way? Who doesn't want to discover the way of escape to overcome temptation? And this is the way we can do it. So just a thought. Well, I hope that encourages you. For now, I'm David, your virtual mentor, reminding you that I'm always for you. Hey, I'm never against you. Have a successful day.